say hello in Portuguese. I did my project on Chamarita, which is a traditional folk song and folk dance from the Azores, which are the islands that are off the coast of mainland Portugal. So I'll explain more about it afterward. I'm gonna sing and play. Originally I wanted to play the accordion. Didn't happen. Then I was like, okay, so I'll do it on guitar because guitar is part of a Chamarita band. Didn't happen. So I'm playing on the ukulele, but it's fine because it's originally Portuguese, still on brand. I don't know if you can really read that, but this is the literal translation of the song that I'm gonna sing, so you can interpret as you wish. Yes. I also have Portuguese wine up here with me, which is very accurate to the culture. Okay, so this song is Volevota Chamarita. And it's not like a part of my culture that I usually get to explore. My mom and my whole family, my mom's side is Portuguese from the Azores, and I'll show you my island. And then my dad is Nigerian. So I feel like as a brown woman, I usually present and identify as a black woman. So I've spent many classes like this exploring my Nigerian heritage, but I don't really get to explore my Portuguese heritage outside of food and wine. So that's and so I grew up listening to my grandparents and my aunts, uncles, my mom's speaking Portuguese, but I don't speak it at all. So this was very interesting, but it's a cool language because it's very close to Spanish, since Portugal is right next to Spain, but very different as well. So anyway, so the Azores are 9 islands off the coast of Portugal. This is my island, Teixeira, although my grandpa's originally from São Miguel, and then he moved up to Teixeira, and my grandma and Paula. My whole family on my mom's side was born and raised there, except for one uncle who wasn't born until after they moved here, but yeah, that's where it is. And you can even see, this is Portugal, this is the Azores. Whoa. Yeah, so it's part of the country and it's part of the culture, but the dialect of the language, a lot of the culture and everything is so different. That's why the chamarita is only found in the Azores. They don't do chamarita in mainland Portugal. They have a different music that's called fado. So you see a lot of chamarita in the Azores, but because Portugal decided to colonize the world, a lot of people from mainland Portugal and the Azores moved to Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil, and so you find a lot of chamarita there as well, but it's completely different because Portuguese in South America is very different from Azorean Portuguese, which is very different from mainland Portuguese, so it's just all different, but it's pretty good. It's a folk song and a dance native to the Azores, like I said, found parts of South America. It's usually in 3/4. The old traditional songs are usually in 3/4. I found the more modern songs, and the song I sang today is a more modern recording by some cool band from the Azores. Are in 6/8, 4/4. It's kind of all over the place, but as long as it's danceable, we got it. It's usually in major. I found one in a minor key, but it's usually like a happy, danceable song. I'm going to show you a video of the dance. It's too hard for me to learn on my own because it's got partner work, but also in a circle. So it's very cool. But I'll show you just a short clip of it after. So what I noticed is that in the old days, the chamarita would have a band playing. It's usually all men. I'll show you the instrumentation afterward, but it's usually a band playing, and the music is what's more important, not so much the words. The words are just the singer calling out the dance moves so that people know like what dance is coming up after that. But more modern chamarita has like full lyrics like the song I did today. And so Azorean culture is really based on Roman Catholicism. It's like a very big part of the culture. It's a very big part of my culture. Like I know Mass on Christmas Eve, like that's the big thing. So my family has always celebrated Christmas on Christmas Eve, not so much on Christmas Day, because we would spend like all night in Mass. So the chamarita is usually done during these Roman Catholic holidays. So there's a lot of celebrations of saints, and that's when people would gather outside after Mass, after whatever saint's holiday it is, and dance and play and sing this chamarita dance. And I'll show you some of the clothes as well, but it's just very traditional, it's very old school, so people wear traditional gaucho clothing. So, usually, the band for chamarita is made up of acoustic guitars, harmonicas sometimes, the accordion always, a violin always, which would usually play like the melody line instead of like a singer having the lyrics, and then a Portuguese guitar, which actually has 12 strings and just 2 sets of 6. Here's our outfits. These are pictures of people like actually in the Azores in their outfits that they're wearing for this dance. This picture was actually from the Spirit of the Holy Ghost or something in Rhode Island, because there's a lot of Portuguese immigrants in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and California. So I know like I have a Portuguese market that I go to in Lawrence, Massachusetts. There's just like a big Portuguese community there. And okay, quick video play so you can see the things. Okay, he's fine. I go on most of the videos that I have found are not to share up, unfortunately. I'm just chilling, not doing anything. So I'm going to show you a dance from the island called Pico. I'll just do this one. 30 seconds. You got it. Okay, cool. So that's that. It's just